wanted to ask you, what do you think that the overall scheme of the murder was, and how do you think you fitted into that scheme?
Well, first of all, I think this was something that was in Courtney's mind for a long time. I think even the word suicide entered Kurt's life a whole lot more after Courtney came into it. That word was bantered around, and I mean, she was constantly saying things to him like, "Oh, what are you going to do? Go kill yourself? You going to commit suicide?" You know. I think Courtney used Kurt from the beginning. I think she married him for the sole purpose of furthering her career and obtaining some wealth. And I think that there was a plan that was formulated quite a while back about how this was going to end up someday. The day arose when Kurt finally made up his mind he was getting out of this marriage and he was leaving her.
And he was going to divorce her.
Yeah. I don't think there was an exact date that was ever set for this to happen. But when the time came and everything came to a head, it had to happen.
Did he plan to leave the house?
Yeah, he was going to leave Seattle.
Several hours later, around 2:15 a.m. on Thursday, April 7th, Grant and Carlson arrived at the Lake Washington home to search for Kurt. Grant waited in the car while Carlson approached the house alone. Grant didn't want to scare off Kurt and thought that he would be less likely to run if it was Carlson at the door. After several minutes, Dylan returned and explained that no one appeared to be home. At that time, Grant and Carlson drove to a payphone to call Courtney, who was at Rosemary Carroll's house, and request that she notify the alarm company to disengage the alarm so they could gain entry. Upon returning, they entered the home through an unlocked window in the kitchen.
Came down and talked to both me and Kelly in the kitchen. Dylan had showed up with another person. It seems like there was one person with him, and then I think two people had shown up with him, just with not in any car, just they apparently got dropped off, I think, at the end of the driveway or something, and because there was no place for a car to park except in the driveway or in front of the house, but there was no one parked there, and so they were there just, I think they got dropped off on the street maybe, and just walked down the driveway. Well, before that, I believe we were talking, saying that there could be some people looking around like private eyes, some people that Courtney had hired, and people that she just had gotten a hold of, and she had them come over looking for Kurt. The people that were looking for him that Courtney had hired were just basically Dylan Carlson and a couple other people had just shown up and like looking around, trying to be sneaky and looking all around the house, trying not to alert us too much, but trying to check different places. And that's why Kurt was being real like careful, like really actually completely sneaking around and trying to go where he was hiding out at, literally not trying to be seen by any of these people. But Dylan did come through the door with someone, and that's when he was trying to get Kurt with this other guy to go back upstairs with them. Dylan got Kurt to go upstairs with this other guy. That last time he had come down, he was like totally out of it, and really I couldn't even talk to him. Callie had already been down there and talked to Dylan, and they were trying to get Kurt to go back up stairs. Dylan was having a little bit of a hard time with this other guy trying to get Kurt to go upstairs, like back to the room, and at the same time, Callie was telling me that we all need to get out of there, and that Kurt would be fine. Kurt didn't want to go back up anywhere with Dylan, but they they got him to go back upstairs with them. Dylan's doing it like just outright, you know, but the other guy is like falling back until he decided, fuck Dylan, you know, he needs to do this and just do it or whatever, you know, and quick talking and just kind of using the body to and kind of push, you know, or whatever. He gets basically herded that way, you know, like past the doorway, but you know, all like working on getting herd Kurt up into the greenhouse, and then you got Callie on me all of a sudden, trying to saying there's a bunch of reasons why it might be good to take off from there, as Dylan's trying to coerce Kurt and trying to, you know, like physically a little bit. I'm trying to push him up that way. I got Callie trying to talk to me or whatever, you know, in about like taking off, you know, that we should get out of there. And I'm thinking really that I shouldn't, I didn't feel like I should take off, you know.